Hey boys and girls, welcome back. A little bit of progress on the 65 Foose Impala we've been working on. Everything's kind of in different stages here in the beginning of the work anyway. Motor we've been kind of concentrating on, we'll show you that in a minute. Got firewall painted up, rad support, a lot of the suspension components. Got some drying off scene here. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to change this up. We're going to, believe it or not, we're going to paint this car flat black. And I mentioned in a previous video I wanted to tackle that one day, and this is going to be the kit we're going to do this on. I've had a good friend of mine who's into Chevys and Impalas made the suggestion he really wanted to see a flat black one, so we're going to make his wish come true and do this one in flat black. Chassis is all painted up. Basically it's flat black on the bottom. Plans are that the engine bay inner fenders are going to be gloss black, and rad supports gloss black. Everything surrounding the motor is going to be gloss black. Firewall, rad support, inner fenders, and the contrast on the bottom will be fairly plain, other than a flat black chassis. And we've got gloss black suspension components, front suspension, rear diff, coil springs. The only thing on the bottom is going to be probably a different contrast color is going to be exhaust and drive shaft. And we'll do the same story. We'll run some solder from the back of the mufflers. I've cut the tailpipes and rear tailpipe section off the mufflers, and we'll drill some holes, run some solder out the back, figure out how we're going to exit exhaust when we get later on in this stage. Hang on, we'll get you up to show where we're at here. Hang on. And we're going down. Come on. Motor. Wheels are finally glued together. I've epoxied the rims on the wheel rings, so those are ready to go. When we get to that stage, that'll be way towards the end. Motor. We've been primarily working on motor, and as I mentioned, we're going to do it flat black. So I think that the gloss black in the engine bay on firewall and inner fenders and rad support are going to frame this motor off quite nice. We just got pulleys mounted and made some brackets up out of some real thin brass wire that I drill right through AC compressor, power steering pump, and the alternator, and then wrap it around and then bend it back and drill holes in the cylinder block to mount the mount the wires holding this stuff. So I got my spacing worked out for my belts, and we're gonna zoom the right way. This is always a challenge, you know this. Holy cow. Second challenge, you're going to focus. Come on. Oh, I'm going to go back out a bit. Hang on. Camera malfunction. Look out. Oh my god, no, it's more operator error. There we go. So we got pulleys mounted, engines all painted up. What I did is my air cleaner that I've mounted on here, what I've done is I've sprayed the mesh off, and then sprayed the air cleaner with Alclad transparent yellow, which actually turns out to be kind of an orange color on the aluminum. Anyway, it's the orange I'm going for, so it kind of matches the wheels. And then on the valve covers, what I used was Tamiya clear orange on the valve covers just to highlight the fins. So we got our pulleys mounted, and we're probably going to get this pulley set up on the website in the next week or two. The only difference is that we've got an extra pulley for AC compressor, and the crank pulley's got actually 3 grooves on it. So we're going to run 3 different belts. Separate belt for alternator, separate belt for power steering pump, and a separate belt for the AC compressor. So I've got those all glued in place, and brackets are epoxied into the block, and I've got all my spacing worked out. Alternator is going to be tied up. Alternator belt's going to be tied up against the block. Next one in line from the block's going to be the AC compressor, and the outermost belt's going to be the power steering pump. It's going to run to this outer groove on the crank. And as I say, we'll probably have this 5 pulley set up on the website in a week or two anyway, guys. Other than that, that's kind of where we are. The interior will be the next thing that we're going to tackle, and body will be the last thing. Oh, one other thing we're going to try, which I've never done before, is if the body's going to be flat black, and the interior is going to be a black and orange combination. It's going to be gloss. Some of it's going to be gloss black, some of it's going to be flat black, and some of it's going to be orange highlights on seats and door panels, a bit on the dash, I hope. I haven't really looked at that real close yet, but we'll get to that in a while. I've been practicing. I'm going to put a pinstripe. Hang on, let's zoom this back out. Hold on. I got it right. I've been practicing pinstripes on a scrap hood. I think this was off a Corvette, I think. So what I've done is I'm going to mask, or I'm going to paint a orange section down the side of the car, and then I'm going to use cut some small piece of masking tape. It's going to be a lot thinner than what this one is. This was just a test one. So we're going to run an orange stripe. See if I can use the pointer in the car way back there to show you where I'm going. We're going to run as I say, the car's going to be flat black, and we're going to run a orange stripe along this body line that runs straight down the side, and it's going to be really, really, really thin, and hopefully that'll tie the motor, the interior, and the wheels all together in that combo. So I practiced a couple. I've got a couple other scrap pieces that I've masked off and done a pinstripe on. So actually I'm pretty happy with the way that's turned out. So we'll see how that goes, but stay tuned. Yeah, that's about it. We're in different stages of painting and detailing little small parts and stuff in the process. So anyway, guys, quickie, and stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date as the build goes. Anyway, take care. Talk to you soon.